Well, blessings, everybody. This is Dale. Thank you so much for joining with me today on the Word Podcast. We're in the 24th chapter of Proverbs. We're down to the 15th verse. And we're going to read some things here about the wicked people and the righteous people. Verse 15 says this: "Lie not in wait as a wicked man against the dwelling of the righteous. Do no violence to his home. For the righteous falls 7 times and rises again, but the wicked stumble in times of calamity." Now, several of these verses that we're going to be reading right here, either the entire verse or a phrase out of it or something like that, is going to be familiar to us. But I want us to be aware of the context. Okay, just listen to the whole thing. That was verses 15 and 16, all one sentence. And what's it telling us to do? It says, "Lie not in wait as a wicked man against the dwelling of the righteous." Let me see what the Lexman says. "Do not lie in wait like an outlaw against the house of the righteous." So it's telling us, don't act like a wicked man. Don't do the wicked deed of lying in wait. Well, what does lie in wait mean? Well, oh, now that's interesting. I had not looked at this before I started doing this. A lot of times I do that. We'll just be sitting here chatting together, right? I'm chatting, you're listening, and I'll think, what does that word mean? And I'll look it up. And so the word for lie means to lie in wait, to ambush, to lurk. Well, that's exactly what you're thinking. You know what the Hebrew word is for that? Now, don't read more into this than what it is, but I guess I didn't know this. It's Arab, A-R-A-B, Arab. So do not lie in wait, ambush, or lurk against the dwelling of the righteous. Okay, of the righteous person. And it literally speaks of the habitation or the flocks, the abode of the shepherd is how it's described, the estate, the grazing ground, etc. Don't do that. Do not do violence against his home, against his resting place, against his place of lying down. That's what the word describes, that the resting place, the home, is a place of lying down, the place of respite, the place of rest. Do not do this. Don't act as a wicked man and lie in wait. Don't sit there and plan and scheme and wait for an ambush and lurk about. Well, why would you do that? Well, verse 16, "For the righteous," notice that word for, F-O-R, "in light of, therefore, for the righteous falls 7 times and rises again, but the wicked stumble in times of calamity." That verse right there, we probably know and have extrapolated it individually from the phrase, from the sentence. And that's, for some understanding. The greater understanding is this: the righteous person, that righteous man, will fall, will fail, will be cast down 7 times. And you say, oh, if only 7, right? Yeah. In other words, the idea being is that we will stumble, we will fall, but we will rise again. We will rise again. The righteous will stand up. That's what the word means. Will rise is the Hebrew word kum, stand up, to rise again. The righteous will, but the wicked won't. The wicked stumble in time of calamity. And so with the whole sentence right here, it seems to be the idea that, hey, the righteous man has fallen right here. He stumbled, but don't lie in wait against him. Don't do that. Don't lie in wait against him in his dwelling place. Do no violence to his home, is what the ESV said. Remember that? Don't destroy his home, because the righteous will stumble, but they're going to rise up again. But the wicked, they're going to stumble in times of calamity. And if you're lying in wait against that righteous man, you are to be numbered among the wicked, and you don't want to do that. Now, verse 17 and 18 is another sentence. Listen to this. "Do not rejoice when your enemy falls, and let not your heart be glad when he stumbles, lest the Lord see it and be displeased and turn away his anger from him." And boy, that goes against what we call our sensibilities, right? We want to think that it's okay to rejoice when your enemy falls. When your enemy falls. When your enemy fails. When your enemy is cast down. But he says, no, don't do this. Don't rejoice when your enemy falls. Well, does that mean that we are not to resist an enemy, that we're not to fight against the enemy? No, that's not what it's talking about here. No. You have someone who considers themselves to be your enemy. You know, we're told in the scripture that as far as possible with yourself, be at peace with one another, which means I may be at peace with somebody, but they're not at peace with me because they don't want to be at peace with me. They want to be an enemy of mine. I can't do anything about that. But I can do this. When that enemy falls, I can make a determination that I'm not going to rejoice. I'm not going to sit there and go, well, they got what they deserved. Okay? I'm not going to sit there and experience what the German language calls Schadenfreude, to where I receive a certain amount of joy and gladness at the discomfort and the bad thing that's coming against somebody. No. That is not reflective of the Spirit of the Most High God at all. So we are not to rejoice when the enemy falls. And then he tells us, don't let your heart be glad when he stumbles. Okay? What did you say? The righteous falls, the righteous stumbles 7 times, but they rise again. But the wicked will stumble in the times of calamity. So don't rejoice when that wicked stumbles in that time. Don't let your heart be glad when he stumbles. Well, why not? Well, this rocks your world. The very next verse, 18, what did it say? Lest the Lord see it and be displeased and turn away his anger from him. The Lord is angry at the one who is your enemy that is coming against us. But if we sit there and we rejoice when the enemy falls, and if our heart is glad when he stumbles, that is the heart of the flesh. That is not the heart of the Most High God. The heart of the Most High God is that of redemption and drawing all mankind to himself. And when we're sitting there and our heart is glad over the stumbling of someone who is an enemy, that displeases the Lord. And the Lord may turn his anger from him. The Lord's angry at him. But the Lord may turn his anger from him because of what you are doing. That's wild, isn't it? Well, let's look at the verses 19 and 20. 2 verses, 1 sentence, same idea. Fret not yourselves because of evildoers. We've heard that before. And be not envious of the wicked. We've read that before. For the evil man has no future. The lamp of the wicked will be put out. So we've read this in the Psalms. We've read it in the Proverbs before. Don't fret yourself over the evildoers and what they're doing. Don't be envious of the evildoers. Don't be envious of these wicked. Why? Because the evildoer, the wicked, has no future. The lamp of the wicked will be put out, will be extinguished. And boy, there's some interesting things that you can chase around with that, which we're not going to do right now at the moment. But keep that in mind as you're reading the rest of the scripture. Yeah, fret not. Don't fret over what the evildoer is doing. Definitely don't be envious of them, because that envious man, that evil man, that wicked man, he has no future. That's powerful, is it not? Well, time's up. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.